Hello, everyone. This is going to be our third discussion series with our special guest. She actually has a YouTube channel of her own, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that linked down below. Today's discussion is going to be basically based on Women's International Day, what it means to us. So I'm going to go ahead and let Tiffany introduce herself, but this is our third episode of the discussion series, so I'll just go ahead and let her introduce herself.
Hi guys, my name is Tiffany K. I am 23 years old. I reside in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm in graduate school at the University of North Georgia, studying criminal justice. Also I'm Ghanaian American. And basically, what else is there to know about me? On my free times, I like to read, I like to go shopping, and I like to eat and see new things. Oh, and travel. So yeah, guys. Oh, and I'm a woman, a beautiful woman.
A beautiful woman. And I know that you started your YouTube channel. So have you encountered any struggles as a woman starting your YouTube channel, if any?
Yeah. So for my YouTube channel, it was actually kind of like a continued thing and a stop. I continued it and I stopped it. I continued it and I stopped it. So basically, I originally wanted to start my YouTube channel my senior year of high school, right? But I would say fear, honestly. I was like, dang, if I launch this channel, who's gonna watch it? I have to keep promoting it. And I just basically got scared. I didn't think people would watch my content. And I realized that with YouTube, you have to be consistent on it, If you take like long breaks on it, you could like lose viewers or lose people's interest. But honestly, life happens. Like currently, my channel is based on, it's kind of like a mixture of everything, what I'm interested in. So basically my niche with my channel is discussions, try-on hauls, DUIs, just basically like just a lot of girly stuff, to be honest. But I have a lot on that channel, but I'm trying to revamp it. I'm not sure if I should get rid of the videos I currently have now. I also have travel vlogs on there, but I'm honestly just gonna leave it there. So I've been taking some time off my channel. I haven't uploaded anything in like 2 months because I've been so busy, and finding time for my channel at times, it can get overwhelming. Just sitting down, like recording, trying to find space for it. Okay, what am I gonna upload this time? Or sometimes, honestly, I forget to upload. Like I literally have videos saved and I forget to upload it, which is ridiculous. But I'm gonna try and get back to it. But in terms of being a woman on YouTube, I feel like being a woman on YouTube, honestly, YouTube be playing games. They be trying to flag videos, and it's not even like that. They be trying to. I remember they tried to flag my video for what was it? It was like for nudity, but I'm like, I'm not, dude. Like I'm in a bikini in the video, and it's a travel vlog. So I just feel like it's just society. It's just a lot of unfair standards, being a woman. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm still keep doing what I gotta do.
I know that we both went to actually almost all majority white school, Little Miami, for anybody that knows that school. But I kind of want to talk about our struggles individually going to an all white school. So I know for me, I struggled because I didn't really have any friends. Like I remember I had one friend, and it was almost like never fitting in. You just don't fit in with anybody. Like nobody really understands like your background, your culture, like. And then growing up, I guess like as a kid, you're kind of confused because you're like, oh, should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? But I kind of wanted you to talk about how did you feel going to an all white school, or what was your experience with it?
Ooh, well, okay, growing up in Cincinnati, Ohio, that's where I grew up. I grew up in a predominantly white town. So if you can imagine, child, being a Black woman in a Black family, growing up in a predominantly white town. I went to white schools. I was around white people. All my friends were white. And the only time I would actually see people that looked like me was on Sundays or Saturdays, where I would go see my cousins or I would go to church, right? So I just felt like being in a white school system for so long, it was, child. going to school at times, I would just be like, yo, I would tell my parents, I don't want to go. I don't fit in. I just feel like nobody understands me. Yes, I have friends. I still have my best friend till this day. She's been with me throughout the whole process. But I just felt like I never blended in. Like I would always see cliques and, and there were some race issues in our school. Yeah. It was just, a lot of times I found it redundant how the school would sweep things under the rug with race. I can see they're still doing it.
Yeah.
Because I had a cousin who also went to Little Miami. She graduated about 2 years ago with her sister, right? And there was this it was a catastrophe with what was happening in the school. She got called the N-word actually. And I remember talking to her about it, and especially during the time when Trump got elected, she said things were so bad in the school. There's a lot of racial issues and Little Miami, what they like to do is sweep things under the rug and try not to make a big deal out of it. But it was just, the environment was so toxic.
Yeah.
So that's when my parents actually knew I wasn't happy. They knew I wanted to leave, so they made that decision to leave with me. They're like, okay, we're moving to a whole different state. And my dad had he moved his whole business to Atlanta, Georgia here. So it was just so many factors as to why I left. And, I didn't see myself growing there. I was like, I can't relate to these people, to be quite honest. I don't even want to go to college here.
Came up recently was, I don't know if you've seen it, but the photo of this white student. She wrote on the parking lot, like, what was it? Like white power or something like that?
I think I've seen it on TikTok. I think it went viral.
And I remember because one of my friends still had that picture, and I think she wrote on the parking lot, you know how you were able to write on the parking lot spots? She literally wrote white power. And I was like, looking back, and I'm like, how did we tolerate so much like stuff that I'm like, it's crazy.
And the fact that, like, first off, they're in there. I feel like they have this ideology in that specific town where they grew up with it. Their parents were like that. Right. Their parents grew them up like that to be racist, right? And they just have this this horrible stereotype towards people of color. God, they're so ignorant. And I actually feel like sorry for them still because it's getting worse. It's getting worse. And what baffles me the most is that they have this message. They have this message for the school how they don't tolerate racist behavior, sexism, and homophobia. But you all are principals
tolerating it.
They're allowing it to happen. Yeah. They're not saying much about it. That's what was making me go wild.
Yeah, and like even like I don't know if you remember like senior year when they had, I want to say they had a club. I think it was for LGBTQ. I cannot remember, but I remember one of the students. He tore down all the posters, all the signs. And what did the school do? Nothing. I guess what have you experienced so far, or have you had any experiences where you feel personally attacked for being a woman? Like even going to the gym, or holding your keys between your hands. Like every day, it's like a struggle, of just being a woman.
Honestly, and the city I live in, right? Atlanta is known for extreme sex trafficking, right? So every time I go out, my location is shared with my family and my boyfriend, just in case. I'm not saying anything will happen to me, but your girl, she be speed walking to and from her car because there's just been a lot of kidnappings with young women. And I've noticed it's young Hispanic women and young Black women here in this city. So I just have to be, I'm just very cautious and aware every time I step my house. And it's sad, I shouldn't have to do that. Here in Atlanta last week, the attack on Asian Americans, it happened at this spa. It's about 30 minutes away from my house. Basically, this white man came in and shot like 8 Asian Americans in a nail spa. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm really sick of this violence for what it is.
Right. Terrorism, right? And it's a white supremacy.
Like, I cannot, even with the whole Capitol riot, and I just try to differentiate how they were treated versus last year on the streets with the Black Lives Matter protests. Y'all were beating peaceful protesters. but they let these supporters.
Didn't even come near them.
Nothing.
Didn't even put a finger on them. I was like,
roam freely in the building. They done crashed, smashed everything, stole documents. They got away with a lot, but
yeah, but you know, they're white, so you know they get that special privilege. But thank you so much for coming on to our discussion. You know, hopefully we can do this again and you know, get more in depth. But I'm gonna link all her social medias down below so you guys can go follow her. She does have a YouTube, so you know, watch out for her videos. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, girl. It was nice seeing you again. Talking to you for a very long time.
I know. It feels like I feel like we could go on and on, but